Hello, am I audible or still there's a problem in my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Your
sir.
voice is breaking.
Okay, so there's no network issue since yesterday. Let me check it out. Okay, so yes, Gitanjali, how many questions you have attempted out of 25 questions which I given to you yesterday? Hello.
And your voice is low. Yes, sir.
Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Okay, chaliye. So we'll continue with the today's discussion. We'll see question one by one, and then we'll have a discussion related to the next what is medieval India's revision plan, right? Which topic you need to study from medieval India and how the questions are being framed from the medieval India that we will discuss. So today's first question is that we consider the following statement. We say that every year there is at least one or two questions related to the various civilization in India, especially Harappan civilization and Vedic society. So first statement says that consider the following statement. Harappan civilization had a well-established currency system. Whether this statement is correct or wrong. See, when you are reading statement in the exam, in the first reading itself, you should decide whether it is correct or wrong, or you don't know. So
Wrong, sir.
Harappan civilization had a well-established currency system. So is it correct or wrong?
Wrong.
Sir, I
Wrong.
think it's
So
correct.
it's correct. How, Gitanjali? How is it correct?
Because there were anas and all. Arihant में दिया है ना 16 anas were 1 rupee and all. They
In
have
the
compared the.
Sir, there was a barter system, no currency.
sir, barter.
see,
Yeah, sir,
Gitanjali,
the
what
weightage
is
and all I
mentioned?
know the digital,
Hmm.
but it was mentioned that there was a currency system.
A well-established currency system. So here the term
Yes,
is
sir.
used, a well-established currency system, wherein currency is issued by the central authority or by government, and which was used by what you can say the people as a legal tender money. So is there any such evidences of having a well-established currency system in Harappan civilization?
Sir, it is mentioned in the Arihant, and so I have like they have compared that 16 anas are like 1 rupee of today.
Okay. ठीक है. Okay, second statement. Cotton was one of the important export commodity of Harappans. Yes, this statement is correct. These evidences of use of
Sir,
cotton. And third is pottery was an important industry during this period. Yes.
cotton was not the export commodity. They have
Hmm.
exported the pottery and the other cotton goods, but not the cotton, according to me. What I have read.
Okay. ठीक है. So what answer you have marked down? See, we'll see one by one. I'm taking like as per you, the second statement is wrong. Check it. Third statement, pottery was an important industry during this period. Yes, you know that during the Indus Valley civilization, we have found many pots and potteries during this time. So third statement is 100% correct. Is it any you can say doubt about third statement?
No, sir. Third is correct.
Check it. So sexagesimal system was used in weights and measures. Yes, this is also correct. Right. So 3 and
Yes, sir.
4 is correct. So if
Yes,
3
sir.
and
Yes,
4
sir.
is if 3 and 4 is correct, then what should be the answer, Gitanjali? As per
Sir,
the
I have
options.
C.
marked C.
C.
Go mark C. 2,
B,
3 and
C,
B,
4.
sir.
Huh?
B, B for
2,
Bombay.
3, and 4.
You have marked
It's
1, 3, and 4 with Anjali, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because cotton was not there in the export commodity, it was wheat, barley, and the pottery stuff.
Okay. ठीक है. Yes, Pramod.
तर स्पेक्ट्रम मध्ये स्पेक्ट्रम मध्ये आहे की कॉटनची हे करण्यात असलेलं.
काय करत असलेलं?
Sir, spectrum मध्ये cotton goods, finished cotton goods आहे.
Not cotton.
No, not cotton.
सर
I have checked
तमिलनाडु
that.
स्टेट बोर्ड बुक में भी तो दिया हुआ है कि कॉटन इम्पोर्टेंट एक्सपोर्ट कमोडिटी है और हड़प्पन सिविलाइजेशन में बार्टर सिस्टम था, करेंसी सिस्टम नहीं था. तो आई थिंक इट्स C 2, 3 and 4 as Tamil Nadu state board book. I have read this.
Tamil
2, 3
Nadu
and
state
4.
board में भी cotton goods दिया है, not cotton.
हाँ तो वही प्रॉब्लम है गीतांजलि, like you are thinking too much like cotton goods or cotton.
No,
That you are
sir,
thinking.
like finished cotton products. So
Yeah,
I have
understood.
not
I
marked.
understood. Cotton goods means you mean to say that cotton was converted into clothes and then it was exported, and that's why you feel that cotton
Yes.
was one of the important
But
export.
sir, also Arihant mentioned that there was a currency system.
ठीक है. ठीक है, चलिए. So as per the answer की, as per my answer की, answer should be 2, 3 and 4. But if Gitanjali believes that the currency system is there, then it should be 1, 3 and 4. But as per my, when I framed this question, I believe that because when I have read spectrum, I read that there was no well established currency system in Harappan civilization. Yes, although there were seals, there were what you can say well established trading system, but there was no well established currency system in the Harappan civilization. So answer should be 2, 3 and 4. And as per Tamil Nadu state board book also, the currency system was not there. It was a barter system in Tamil Nadu state board book. So that is why answer should be 2, 3 and 4. Fine.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Going to the next question. Consider the following statements. I have asked this question because we know that in last 2, 3 years, continuously there has been questions on Buddhism, Jainism. So one thing you need to remember that in ancient India, the questions are periodic understanding, like what was the periodic characteristics of IVC, then what are the periodic characteristics of the in Vedic society, then post-Mauryan period, and Gupta period, that you need to know. At the same time, two important things, there is two religion questions related to two religions have been asked most frequently, that is Buddhism, Jainism. And along with this Buddhism and Jainism, there was different what you can say the philosophies in India, various types of philosophies. And the schism in Buddhism. Schism in Buddhism means what? Buddhism, sects of Buddhism, sects of Jainism, and various sects of other what you can say heterodox philosophies on which the questions have been asked. So while studying this ancient India, you need to focus more on this. So that is what is mentioned here. So second statement, for second question is related to the Jainism and Buddhism. So philosophies of Jainism, that is what is mentioned here. So Jainism was an atheistic movement. So what do you think? Jainism an atheistic movement or not? Atheistic means which did not believe in God. So Jainism believed in God or not? Believed in God and Creator. So the second statement, it rejected the existence of soul. No, it actually accepted the existence of soul. In fact, it said that each and everything in the universe has a soul. So that is why the second statement is wrong. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Gitanjali?
Yes, sir. First,
Yes, sir. It's wrong.
If second statement is wrong, then you can eliminate A option. You can also eliminate C option. Right? You can also eliminate D also. Why you can eliminate D? Because which of the above statement is correct, Pucha. So if all of D is correct, then second is wrong. Then all of these correct can be wrong. 2 and 4 can also be wrong, and 1, 2 and 3 can also be wrong. So answer should be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Like here, not reading
yes,
what
sir.
is there in third statement and fourth statement. By only going through the options, I come to know the answer, and I can save my time and I can go to the next. Got it, Pramod? So in exam, you don't need exam like when you are reading statements type questions, and when you come across one wrong statement, you should try to find out the answer immediately. Like if you find that the second statement is wrong, you will go directly to the options and check it out where options 2 is there. Because second statement, we know that it is 100% wrong. There is no confusion about it. If there is a confusion, then we should go to the next question. But if there is no confusion about that statement is wrong, if you're 100% sure that statement is wrong, then you should go for option. So here the option A you can eliminate, C, we can also eliminate all of these. So answer should be 1, 3 and 4. Any doubts about it? Zainab,
No, sir.
Sonali,
No,
सर्वांना
sir.
कळते how I'm trying to
No, sir.
find out the answer quickly by going through the options. Hamakshi?
Yes.
Yes, sir. No
Yeah.
doubt, sir.
You know, doubts
Yes.
is that obviously doubts should not be there, but find out, and you need to have a practice or mechanical
Yes, sir. I got the correct answer.
check. Very good. Chale, going to the next question. Which of the following factors contributed to the rise of Magadha Empire? Magadha Empire, which was there during the 16 Mahajanpadas. What were the causes for the rise of Magadha Empire? First is strategic location of capital. Can anybody tell me what was the capital of Magadha Empire? Anyone knows what was the capital of Magadha Empire? Yes, Chandrasekhar. Saurabh.
पाटलिपुत्र.
Patliputra. Very good. So where Patliputra is located? Patliputra is located in the Bihar, right? So strategic location of Patliputra. Second, unorthodox characters of Magadhan people. Then second is control over sea trade on eastern coast and availability of rich deposits of iron ore. So 4 is 100% sure. Like we know that when in the later Vedic period, when the people shifted from western part of India to eastern part of India, then availability of the rich iron ore lead to more agricultural production. That more agricultural production lead to rise of empires, right? So if 4 is 100%
Yes, sir.
sure, if 4 is 100% sure, the answer should be either B or it should be 1, 2, and 4 or all of these. Okay, so
One C, sir.
1,
C,
2, and
C.
4. Why 1, 2, and 4?
Yes. ते आता तुम्ही सांगितलेलं ते कारण ते कंट्रोल ओव्हर द सी ट्रेडर्स ऑन ईस्टर्न कोस्ट आहे ना सर. ते मगध एम्पायरचं लोकेशन जर बघितलं आणि ते ईस्टर्न कोस्ट आणि त्यांनी ईस्टर्न कोस्टची गोष्ट केलेली आहे सर. त्यामुळे ईस्टर्न कोस्ट मगध एम्पायर कोणीकडे वाढलेला आहे आणि ईस्टर्न कोस्ट कुठे आहे ह्याच्यामुळे सर मी त्याला इनिमिनेट करून ऑप्शन सी घेतलेला आहे.
ठीक है, fine. So option C is correct. Control over sea trade on eastern.
Control over sea trade on eastern coast.
Yeah. So during the Mahajanpada period, there was no sea trade at that time. Sea trade has not still started. Sea trade had started in South India when there was the establishment of the Cholas, Cheras, and Pandyas kingdom in South India. So during the Mahajanpada period, still the trading has not been started in the South India. That is why the C can be a wrong answer. So 1, 2, and 4 is the correct answer for this question. Okay? So C is the correct answer. Going to the next question. Which of the following pair are incorrectly matched? Yes, so incorrectly matched, just because why I have taken this question, because we have seen that there are such type of questions where the match the pair questions where 3 pairs are given and which one is correct or which one is incorrectly matched. Such type of questions are being increasingly asked in UPSC in last few years. That is why I have framed this question. So yes, can anybody tell me what is incorrectly matched? Kaveri Pattanam, Tamil Nadu is correct or wrong? Hello. Yes.
Kaveri
Anjali?
Pattanam, Tamil Nadu.
Sir,
Yeah.
it's right.
It is
Right,
correct.
sir.
It is right. Bharuch, Maharashtra. Is it correct or wrong?
No, sir. Bharuch
No,
is in
sir.
Gujarat.
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 Yeah, Bharuch. Bharuch
No,
is in
sir.
Gujarat. So 2 is wrong. If 2 is wrong, you can eliminate. Which one is incorrectly matched? So you can eliminate 1. You can also eliminate 1, 2, and 3. Option should be like we'll go to 3 then, because option is 1 only and 2 and 3. So we'll check it out whether 3 is correct or wrong. Mujuri is Andhra Pradesh. So is it correct?
Sir, it's Kerala.
Sir,
Yeah, Mujiris is in Kerala. So option C is also wrong. So correct answer should be, which one is incorrectly matched? So answer should be
C.
C. That is 2 and 3. Right? Check it. Going to the
Yes,
next
sir.
question. Which of the following were aims of Dhamma of Ashoka? Which of the following were aims of Dhamma of Ashoka? To counter religious tension in society, to foster attitude of social responsibility among the people, to propagate the idea of Buddhism. So third is wrong. The Dhamma policy did not have an idea of propagating the Buddhist religion. It was to counter the religious tensions in the society and to foster attitude of social responsibility among the people. So answer should be 1 and 2. Right?
Sir,
Dhamma policy.
sir, 1 and 2. सर जो टू काउंटर रिलीजियस टेन्शन इन द सोसायटी, हे स्टेटमेंटचा अर्थ आहे की जे रिलीजियस टेन्शन होतं त्याला एक ऑप्शन म्हणून बुद्धिझमची निर्मिती झाली होती. पण सर इथे धम्मा, अशोकाचा धम्मा हा सेपरेट कॉन्सेप्ट आहे ना सर, तर मला
नाही,
वाटतं फक्त तूच त्याच्यामध्ये हायलाइट होतोय.
नाही, रिलीजियस टेन्शन म्हणजे काय की या पिरियड मध्ये म्हणजे ड्युरिंग दी अशोका और द मौर्यन पिरियड देर वेर टेन्शन्स, increasing tensions between Buddhism, Jainism and Vedic religion. So all these people were, and 6 वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या फिलॉसॉफीज पण होत्या आणि त्याच्या बेसिसवर समाजामध्ये जे लोक होते ना ते आपलीच फिलॉसॉफी कशी चांगली आहे किंवा माझाच धर्म कसा चांगला आहे किंवा आमचा धर्म कसा चांगला आहे या संदर्भात लोकांमध्ये आयडियोलॉजिकल टेन्शन्स होते आणि त्या आयडियोलॉजिकल टेन्शन्सला काउंटर करण्यासाठी अशोकांनी काय बनवलेलं होतं, धम्मा पॉलिसी बनवला होता आणि त्या धम्मा पॉलिसीमध्ये सर्व धर्माच्या आयडियोलॉजीला एक्सेप्ट करणं किंवा टॉलरन्स, रिलीजियस टॉलरन्स म्हणजे काय, धार्मिक सहिष्णुतावादाचा जो फिलॉसॉफी आहे ते अशोकांनी आणली होती धम्मा पॉलिसीच्या माध्यमातून. And that is why, and that was actually the main objective of the Dhamma policy, to bring the social what you can say the harmony by countering the religious tension in the society. Yes, if suppose इथे जर as a reaction जर असलं असता, but reaction एक वेगळी आहे आणि एक काउंटर करणं एक वेगळं आहे. Right, so reaction against the increasing materialistic religion of the Vedic society, then Dhamma is correct, sorry, Buddhist is correct, but Dhamma policy was what you can say to counter the religious tensions of the what you can say of the in the society which was going on during that period. So option 1 and 2 both are correct. तू काय मार्क केला प्रमोद?
मी सी केलं होतं सर.
सी 2 and 3 propagate the idea of Buddhism, हे चुकीचं 100% रॉंग आहे. बिकॉज अशोकाची धम्मा पॉलिसी जी होती ती बुद्ध धर्माच्या आडयाला प्रोपगेट करण्यासाठी मुळात नव्हतीच. प्रोमिला थापरने आपल्या पुस्तकामध्ये सांगितलेलं आहे, स्पष्टमध्ये पण सांगितलेलं आहे. ठीक आहे,
काउंटर रिलीजियस टेन्शनचं इंटरप्रिटेशन करताना थोडासा गोल आहे.
ठीक. चले, गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. एम ऑडिबल?
Yes sir.
ठीक है, next question. Consider the following statement. Greeks were the first to issue gold coins in India. And second statement, they issued bilingual coins in both round and square shape. So this question is related to the post-Mauryan period, because we have seen that in post-Mauryan period there was what you can say the beginning of the trading and currency system in India. So yes, both the statements are correct here. Both Greeks have issued the gold first. They have issued first gold coins in India and have issued bilingual coins, and also they were both round as well as the square shaped coins which were issued by the Greek rulers in India, right? Maninder, Greek Shakas, Kushanas and Pratiharas, those were the rulers in India during the post-Mauryan period, and then during this post-Mauryan period the Greeks were the first one to issue the gold coins in India, and they have issued a what you can say square shape as well as a round shape coins. That is what is mentioned in question number 6. Okay. Then question number 7, next question. Consider the following statements regarding guilds during the post-Mauryan period. Anyone knows what are guilds?
गिल्ड व्यापार श्रेणी होत्या सर त्यांच्या.
Yes. So yeah, association of merchants, association of traders. Like we have seen that the post-Mauryan period was a period of increasing amount of trading activity in India, because the contacts have been established with the Western world through Greek rulers. So India used to export a lot of material and goods during the post-Mauryan period to the Western countries. So these trading communities have created their association, and these were called as trading guilds or shredis. So consider the following statement about this guild. The question has been asked. So they worked under the government. Whether they worked under the government or not, that is asked. Yes. Second statement, they sometimes issued coins. They provided credit and loans to the members of the guild. Yes, this is correct. Guilds laws were protected by the government. Yes, this is also correct. So answer should be here. As per the options, we can check it out here that the answer should be 2, 3 and 4 or all of these. Because we know
2 sir.
Yes. Yeah, 2, 3 and 4. B. Yeah, B. Because first one is wrong, because these guilds were not worked under the government, they worked independently. Yes, although the government has a patronage for that, government protected the laws created by the guilds, but they did not work under government. They worked in what you can say independently. They were like autonomous bodies which were working independently in India at the time. So answer should be 2, 3 and 4 is correct here. Fine. So any doubts?
Yes.
Check it. Going to question number 8. there was an extensive expansion of cultivated land during Gupta period. Cultivated land during the Gupta period. Yes, this is correct. The land revenue policies of Guptas, including direct collection of taxes from the peasants, relieved them from financial burden. So what do you think? During the Gupta period, the land collection or the revenue collections were directly elected by, or there were middlemen, or there were some, what you can say, the mediator while collecting the taxes during the Gupta period. Yes, Zainab. What do you think? Like when you are studying the Gupta
Sir,
period, you need to check it out whether they were middlemans or there were, because of the direct collection of the revenues from the people.
तर भागदूक
sir,
सारखा
I
अधिकारी
don't think,
अपॉइंट असावा.
Let her answer first, Pramod. Yes, Zainab.
sir, I don't think there was middlemen, any sort of middlemen there.
There were no middlemans during Guptas.
I think so. I'm not sure. I didn't mark this
So
answer.
did you read Gupta period?
Yes, sir.
So did you check what was the revenue collection system of the Gupta period?
Sir, I don't remember. I mean, first statement, I was knowing that it is right, but I thought, matlab, if I would have marked, I would have marked it C.
One, that is what, both 1 and 2.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Can anybody else? Yes, Sonali. What do you think? The second statement is correct or wrong?
Correct, sir.
So there were no middlemen during the Gupta period to collect the revenues. Yes, Rupali.
Sir, I think there were middlemen, but I
Why?
don't know the name of that.
Okay, why you think there were middlemen?
Because there were various other mans also, to govern the provincial
Right.
system.
So one of the
Chandrika
important,
highlights.
one of the important feature of the Gupta period is about the subordinate kings and subordinate, what you can say, the officers. Like we have seen that in Gupta period we have a feudalism. Samantavad tha, or ye Samant kaun the? Samants were actually, they were supposed to collect the taxes and they were supposed to give it to the central king. Right. So one of the important feature of the Gupta period itself is about what you can say, the middleman, and because of that middleman, the feudalism had started in the Gupta period, and because of that, subordinate kings, and because of that only the Gupta empire created. Yes, Gitanjali, what do you think?
Yes, sir. I have read the same. There was feudalism, so I have marked the A option.
Yeah. So second statement is wrong, Sonali. Because Gupta period चे कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक असं होतं, गुप्ता पिरियड मध्ये आपण बघितलेलं की गुप्ता पिरियड मध्ये मिडलमॅन्स होते आणि त्या मिडलमॅननीच तर काय केलेलं होतं की त्याच्यामुळे तर त्या काळामध्ये भारतामध्ये सामंतवाद वाढलेला होता, फ्युडलिझम वाढलेला होता नंतरच्या काळामध्ये.
आणि सर गुप्ता अशोकाच्या एम्पायर नंतर त्याच्यानंतर तेवढं मोठं एम्पायर नव्हतं आणि त्याच्यामुळे डिक्लाइन झालेलं होतं मोठं एम्पायर, त्याच्यातूनच हे लहान सामंतवाद निर्माण झालेले होते.
तेच गुप्ता पिरियड मध्ये सेंट्रल राजांनी छोट्या राज्यांना राईट्स दिले होते ना रेव्हेन्यू कलेक्शन करण्याचे आणि सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंटला पास ऑन करण्याचे. So the land revenue policies of the Gupta period, including the direct collection of taxes from the peasants, relieved them from the financial burden. Exactly, असं झालेलं नव्हतं. Exactly in Gupta period, the peasants were burdened by the taxes. That if you see the status of the farmers and status of the peasants during the Gupta period, especially during the late Gupta period, we can see that the peasants were overburdened by the taxes which they were supposed to pay to the government. Right, Zainab?
सर ठीक से पढ़ा नहीं मैंने ये स्टेटमेंट,
ये-
मतलब ठीक हो सकता था इससे कि टैक्स कलेक्शन से पेजेंट्स रिलीव हुए.
हाँ, so that is wrong, right? Peasants were having, what you can say, high handedness during the Gupta period. Am I right, सौरभ जी? बराबर है, गुप्ता पीरियड में peasants की हालत अच्छी थी या बदतर थी?
बदतर थी सर.
हाँ, और उसका रीजन था मिडलमैन, because there were middlemen who were collecting the taxes. Am I right, Yasmin?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Okay, going to the next question, number 9. Which of the following statements are correct? Earliest examples of temples in Dravidian style belongs to the Chola period. So temple architecture, that is Austria. Second statement, Dravidian style is marked by a tower usually in the shape of rectangular truncated outline. So both the statements are correct or wrong?
Correct.
Both the
Correct.
statements are correct.
पहिलं
Correct,
correct आहे.
Hmm?
So only second is correct, sir.
Why the first is
Yes, sir.
not correct, Himakshi? Yes, Himakshi, why
So
the first
not
statement is wrong?
particularly छोला मुझे पता नहीं है, पर साउथ इंडियन में द्रविडियन स्टाइल यूज किया था वो पता है.
हाँ, तो
Not ऐसे
earliest
particularly
example,
छोला
हाँ,
को.
so earliest
So
example
the
of
earliest example were in the Pallava style, Pallavas period.
Pallavas, the Dravida style of temple architecture. So Pallavas were before Cholas, or they were what you can say during the Chola?
Before Chola.
Before Chola. ठीक है. Yes.
I-
हाँ, बोल प्रमोद.
नाही बरोबर आहे.
ठीक है, चलिए. So second statement is correct. Second, you are sure that second statement is correct? All of you are okay? ठीक है. So
Yes,
answer,
sir.
so answer should be 2 only. Then going to the question number 10, which of the following statements are correct regarding religious ideas of Harappan people? Harappan people's religious ideas. Mother goddess, a fertility goddess, was central to their worship. Yes, you can say there were many mother goddesses. Statues of the mother goddesses we have found. Then a phallus worship was prevalent. Yes, phallus worship was also there. Image and temple worship was an important part of the religious life. This is wrong. So there was no image worshipping and there was no temple worshipping. So second statement, third statement is wrong. Last statement, animism was practiced, animal worshipping. So we are not sure about whether fourth was there or not, but we are very sure that the first statement is correct, second statement is correct, and third statement is wrong. So on that basis, we can find out the answer. Answer should be 1, 2, and 4.
4 is also correct, sir.
Yes. So that
4
is what
is
I'm saying.
also correct.
Yeah. So 1, 2, and 4.
There is Pasupati.
Yes.
Not
हा सर पशुपतीचा तो विषय आहे ना, तो बी
हा.
येतो बी 1 2 4.
हाँ, तो तेच म्हणू लागलोय मी. 1, 2, 4 is correct answer. That is what I'm saying. ठीक है, चलिए. Going to the 11. See what is happening. You are focusing on which one is correct or which one is wrong. I'm focusing. Okay, I want you to have a practice of finding out the answer by option. If I'm saying 1 and 2 is correct, so obviously 1 and 2 option इतने नहीं है. तर मी 1.4 mark करता हूँ. Whether if I know whether animism is correct or not, that doesn't matter because I have only one option left. Because I know 1, 2 and correct, 3 is wrong. So असा जिथे 1, 2 and correct आणि 3 wrong असलेला एकच ऑप्शन आहे तो आहे म्हणजे B, and that is why I'm marking 1, 2 and 4. Correct?
मैंने भी सर गलत कोई छाट कर आंसर किया है सारा.
वेरी गुड. तो यही प्रैक्टिस करना है सौरभ. टेस्ट में प्रैक्टिस यही करना होता है कि कौन सा गलत है उसको छांटना है और आंसर निकालना है. ठीक है. So you have a practice like, see in exam you see that is what is important. In exam you are not going to know each and everything, but you can say that कि this is wrong. एग्जाम में मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम रॉन्ग क्या है अगर वो पहचान लिए तो फिर करेक्ट आंसर निकलता है. Okay, going to the next question. What is the meaning of Kaivalya and Jainism? Kaivalya means what? So A, B, C, D options. It is a factual question. If you know, then only you should attempt it. Otherwise, what you can say, you should skip such questions. So what is the meaning of the Kaivalya in Jainism? So supreme or highest knowledge, lack of supreme knowledge, non-possession or non-violence. Anyone knows what is the meaning of Kaivalya in Jainism?
Sir, A.
Yes,
A.
supreme.
So you knew it before the test you attempted, or you checked out the answer after the test?
So the Mahavir was called as Kaivalya, no? So he has a supreme knowledge. That's why he has.
So you marked it. You marked it correctly.
Yes.
You got it correct.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Fine. So in such type of questions, if you know, then only you should attempt it. Otherwise, if you do not have any logic in such type of straightforward questions. Fine, Zainab?
सर
So
और
you got it?
बी नेगेटिव सेंटेंस है सर और डी का अहिंसा बोल के है वो.
ठीक
तो
है.
इजीली 1 कर सकते हैं.
तो D ठीक है. What about second?
So yes, non-possession was astay. I was knowing this, and non-violence nahi hoga. Or second was negative, so I got it to first.
Very good.
सर जैसा नॉन व्हायलन्स आहे ना तसंच हे नॉन पोझिशन पण आहे सर. तर दोन सेपरेट होत नाही त्याच्यामुळे ते पहिलंच येते त्याच्यामध्ये.
ठीक आहे. व्हेरी गुड. तर तेच एक्झाम मध्ये आपल्याला तेच म्हणजे उत्तर माहित नसताना देखील एक्झाम मध्ये आपल्याला उत्तर काढता यायला पाहिजे. अँड दॅट व्हॉट यू आर डुइंग.
कैवल्य ज्ञानमध्ये नॉन पजेशन आणि नॉन व्हायलन्स हे दोन्ही दिलेलं आहे. तर ते दोन्हीपैकी एक सिलेक्ट करायचं याच्यामध्ये, तर ते दोन्ही पण येत नाहीत. मग ते सुप्रीमावर हायेस्ट नॉलेज येते.
व्हेरी गुड. ठीक आहे. तो अभी आता तुम्हाला कळतोय ना की म्हणजे कशा प्रकारे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करायचे एक्झाम मध्ये हिस्ट्रीचे स्पेशली.
Yes.
ठीक आहे. Okay, going to the next question. The name by which Ashoka is generally referred to in his inscription is. So in his rock inscription, how the Ashoka has been, what you can say, the referred as, because we know that many questions have been asked related to the rock inscription and rock edicts. So Chakravarti, Dharmadeva, Dharmakirti, and Priyadas. So yeah. So answer is Priyadas. Right? D. Fine. The concept of Anuvrata was advocated by which, what you can say, the philosophy? Anuvrata. That is Mahayana Buddhism, Hinayana Buddhism, Jainism, or Lokayukta school?
Jainism.
Jainism. So you marked it?
Yes.
ठीक है. Yes, Saurabh, बताइए.
Yes, Jainism.
Jainism. ये factual है. अगर आपको पता है तभी अडेप्ट कर सकते हो. Otherwise, it's better to skip such question. Fine. Going to the next question. In ancient times, the name Varahamihira was associated with which of the following sector or which of the following field? So mathematics, astronomy, drama, or medicine? Varahamihira.
Astronomer.
मैथमेटिक्स एस्ट्रोनॉमी दोनों था सर मेरे ख्याल से.
तो आपने क्या मार्क्स किया है?
मैंने मार्क्स किया है एस्ट्रोनॉमी क्योंकि इनका बुक थोड़ा सा एस्ट्रोनॉमी वाला पढ़े हैं. लेकिन मैथमेटिक्स
क्या नेम है? What is the name of the book of Varamihira which he has written it related to astronomy, astronomical study?
Brihad Samhita.
Brihad Samhita. Very good. So B is correct. So Varahamihira was related to astronomy.
सर वराहमिहिर ना गुप्ताच्या याच्यामध्ये होता आणि वराहमिहिरासाठी स्वतंत्र ऍस्ट्रोलॉजी खगोल प्रयोगशाळा उभं केलेली होती सर गुप्ताने फर्स्ट टाइम तुमच्यासाठी सेपरेट.
ठीक है. Very good. What about 15? Which of the following is correct about Indus Valley civilization?
और बायनोमियल थ्योरम जो था वो भी वराहमिहिर का ही था.
Very good. तो उतना ज्यादा नहीं, यहाँ पे बस आपको इतना पता होना चाहिए कि Varamihir is associated with astronomy. That much is sufficient to find out the answer of this question. Next question. Which of the following is correct about the Indus Valley civilization? So the cities were planned, correct. Non-standardized weights were used, wrong. There were standardized weights were used, right? So the second statement is wrong. There was elaborate water drainage system. Yeah, this is also correct. So answer should be 1 and 3. Am I correct, Gitanjali?
Yes, sir. I have marked the same.
Okay. Next question. Arrange the following travelers to India in chronological order, with earliest being the first. So who visited India earlier? That was to right. ऐसे question पिछले 2-3 साल से आ रहे हैं, which has happened earlier or who came earlier. That type of questions have been asked last 2-3 years. So that is why I have added here. So you need to study about the travelers who visited India. These were the 3 important travelers who visited India during the ancient time. That is Al-Masudi, Yuan Chang, and Fashim. So here you can find out the answer by identifying who would have what you can say visited India lately out of this ring. Like, what do you think? Who would have visited India? Fashiyan or Al-Masudi? What do you think? Fashiyan has visited India earlier or Al-Masudi has visited in India earlier? Yes, Gitanjali, did you attempt this question?
Sir, no, I have not marked this question, but the third one is the first to arrive.
Okay, Fashiyan is first.
Fashiyan, yes.
So I think answer should be D, 312.
312, yes.
Or it may be 132 as well. Sorry, no. Al-Masudi, Huan Shang. Okay. So it should be 312.
Sir,
yes.
B, sir, answer.
D,
sir,
right?
B, 3 to 1.
First fire, no?
3 to 1. Yeah, 3 to 1, right. Yeah, it should
Yes,
be B for Bombay. 3 to 1. Because first Fashin came, then Huan Shang came, and then finally Al-Masudi came.
Al-Masudi.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, sir. 3 to 1.
Yeah.
Can you just explain किनके time पे आए थे वो?
Fashion
San
came
and
during
Al-Masudi.
Fashion came during the post-Mauryan or what you can say Gupta period.
Yes.
Wanchang came
Yes.
after him. Al-Masudi came in India, I think, during the last phase of the post-Gupta period.
Okay.
Al-Biruni and Al-Masudi came in India in the later phase of Gupta period.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Fashian and Wanchang came to India when there was what you can say when Buddhism was in its what you can say the peak in India, because Fashian and Wanchang both came to India to study Buddhism.